Why are you drawing so here?
Nothing.
Ready, set, everybody paying attention, remember, there's going to be secret questions from the presentation.
Of course. Paying attention completely. 100%. 10 out of 10. Actually, I really
So my
Can
name
you-
is Isaac Alba, and we're gonna present architecture. My partner Mariana Gomez and Carlos Pion. Good.
There's no intro?
So architecture is a branch from design, and the purpose is to design buildings and other. Sorry. We're gonna start with the universities that are most involved in the architecture branch.
Okay, of course there are really prestigious universities like Harvard or Yale or I don't know, which give architecture. But these are some a little bit more specialized universities. First, Southern California Institute of Architecture. It's in LA, and it has, well, it's really expensive, but it's really good because it's leader in sustainable design. This means that the design of the furniture and the whole building is made by students and teachers. Here's an image of the library. Those are really cool tables. Also, this school gives one thing, which is the NAAB, and it is National Architectural Accrediting Board, and it gives you a lot of credits if you want to be an architecture in the United States.
And one of the things that this school believes is that the building should be shaped and formed so that the studies are better with the students, so they can have a nice environment for them to study.
Okay, then the Architectural Association, AA, it's in London, and it's really famous. So as soon as students finish their career there, a lot of important firms go directly and pick them up, and that's really important when you're finding a university, that you get a really good job after you finish your studies. This also is really expensive, but as I said, it's really recognized in the whole world. And the last one, Rhode Island School of Design. This one is not only for architecture, but the students that study there, they say the whole environment, it's really cool because they're not only architectures, they're also people who study fine arts and some other design things. And that being with people who are really passionate about design is really cool. This one is also really expensive, but it also has the NAAB. For undergraduate admissions, you have to study 5 years, and graduate admission only 3. And there are also post-professional programs which only last 1 year.
Some of the specializations include metropolitan environmental management, urban community and social development, urban design, land use planning, and economic and international development. Land use planning is pretty much the theoretical underpinning of land, or in like more basic terms, it's pretty much they learn. It's pretty much what it sounds like. They learn what to do with the land. They have to understand if problems arise, pretty much what they're going to have to do with the land, and it's studies also on the policies of lands within the within the American metropolitan areas. So policies for growth or underdevelopment of the land. Urban design and physical planning is quite similar, but it's focused more on the urban areas, and it helps you understand certain, like the difference between certain neighborhoods, and for example, if the streets are like, if the streets are a little bit, sorry, if the land is not as nice as it should be, what they can do about it, and stuff like that.
There's places to work if you're an architect. First, Norway, because it's a place that has been ignored for some years, but right now it's growing. So, yeah. Second, Panama, because it's really their economy is really good right now. And number 3, Switzerland, because they always look for quality in their architecture, and also it's the best, well, one of the best economies in the entire world, so they pay really well.
The demand. Architects here in Mexico is the number 3 of a rank of 10 of the most demanded jobs in Mexico. It's just above general managing and design engineers. Although in the past years, architects have been evolutioning to a new type of workplace. Like in past years, you had to have nice trays and nice line. Now with the computers, you can make it all by programs and design software. And students now think that they have to fit a multi-purpose profile, so they have to be open-minded, dominant, more flexible, and speak many languages. That has brought down the demand in Mexico for students and for people who want to work architecture.
Well, architecture generally doesn't involve travel because a lot of people prefer to stay in one place so they can earn like a reputation for a certain standard. However, if you do want to start in a new place, you can always move somewhere else. However, you will still be limited to that area. So in general, architects prefer not to move for the benefits of the job and the tasks that they have to do. But if they still want to try out their luck in China or in some other country, they can, but it's a lot harder to do so. The pay scale for the architects, the average pay is $56,800 a year. However,
Dollars or pesos?
dollars. This is all in American dollars. It can go up from $39,500, which is an intern's pay, to professional licensed architects, which can earn up to $90,000. However, on average, the actual pay scale is around $40,000 to $80,000 of salary, but you have to add the bonus, which can vary from no bonus if you don't actually do anything that good, or $6,000 bonus. Profit sharing, which can go from $900 to $8,000, and commission, which can go from $0 to $29,000. So depending on how you do in all of these areas, it can vary from your $39,000 to your $90,000.
And in here in Mexico, the least you can get for a project is 25,000 pesos, not dollars. And it all depends on the kind of the project and the quality.
Working conditions. In general, architects have the liberty of being able to work on their own or in their own terms. However, a lot of them prefer to work in firms. Either way, they're still given a lot of liberty to decide where they want to work and when they want to work, because in general, they're paid more by project than by actual time spent on the project. However, in general, what they can do is that they can actually decide to spend 2 weeks on a project that they do 8-hour days, or if they really want to get the project done with, they can just spend 1 week with 16-hour days. So it can vary between how much they want to work. It also depends on the type of person he is. If an architect is very determined with his job and he's a workaholic, he can decide to spend 16-hour days in his entire time, or if he's more dedicated to his family, he might prefer to spend 8-hour days in order to spend more time with his kids and or wife. And yeah. Oh, sorry. On average, they work around 40 hours a week. That was what I was.
Thank you.
I just have one question. Is any one of you planning to be an architect or what?
Considering.
Yeah.
That was my only question.
Any other questions? Anybody? Doubts?
No problem.
What?
Very nice.
What are some skills that you need for that job?
As I said, in the past, you had to have good design and nice line, but now you have programs that the computer makes, so
So anybody
Creative.
can be an architect.
be creative.
Languages.
And now architects are widening the range to be flexible and speak more languages and try to visit more places.
How important is it to be really, really good at math?
Well, the thing is,
Really important.
for the actual design, it's not that important. But if you actually want your design to work,
Yeah.
you need the math.
So you can have a pretty design, but it's not
Without
gonna
the math,
work.
it's not actually going to work,
Yeah.
and you might just be spending a lot of budget on something that crashes and ends your entire career.
So really good.
Questions, doubts, anybody else? Right then.
Thank you.